Welcome back to Investing Talk podcast. Today we are going to look at Black Diamond Therapeutics. You wanted to learn more about BDTX, so our goal is to kind of break down what's going on with them and what are the really important things you need to know about it.
Yeah, we have a lot to go through today. We have, recent stock performance and what analysts are saying and how their clinical trials are going.
Yeah.
And then a really big new partnership they just got. And we'll look at some potential investment, opportunities. And of course, we had to talk about risks too. Oh, we also have some very recent news that is affecting their stock price. And, we can take a look at, just a technical snapshot, how that's all going.
Okay, well, it sounds like a lot,
It is.
but I'm sure we can unpack it. So Black Diamond stock has really been kind of on a roller coaster ride lately. We're looking at like a 35.67% increase in just one single day. And then right after that, another jump of 16.28%. I mean, that kind of volatility makes you wonder what's going on, right?
It definitely makes you pay attention. And it's interesting to see that volatility at the same time that analysts are actually really positive, like H.C. Wainwright, for example. They just came out and said they think it's a buy, and they even bumped up their price target to $12. And that's not just, them being optimistic for no reason. It's specifically because of the clinical trials they're doing with the drug called BDTX 1335. It's for non-small cell lung cancer, which is, a pretty big deal. So it seems like those price swings are probably connected to all the excitement around how these trials might turn out.
Well, speaking of big deals, there's this huge new partnership that Black Diamond just announced on March 19th. They've teamed up with Servier, which is another big player, for this targeted oncology therapy they're developing. It's called BDTX 4933. This partnership, it just feels like a game changer.
Oh, it definitely is. I mean, just strategically, it's a big win for BDTX 4933 to have Servier on board. And when you look at the financials, you can really see how seriously Servier is taking this. Black Diamond's getting an upfront payment of $70 million. And that's just the beginning. There's the potential for them to earn an additional $710 million if certain milestones are met. Plus, they get royalties on top of that. So when a company with the reputation of Servier is putting that kind of money on the table, they see some serious potential in this therapy.
So now it's Servier who's going to be doing the development and eventually the commercialization of BDTX 4933. So what does that mean for Black Diamond, practically speaking?
This is where things get really interesting for Black Diamond. They get to reap the benefits without having to carry all the weight of future costs and risks that come with actually, bringing a drug to market. Servier is going to use all its resources and expertise to navigate the whole regulatory process and eventually get BDTX 4933 out there for patients. So what does this mean for Black Diamond? Basically, they get a nice injection of cash that doesn't dilute their shares, and they have the potential for a lot of future revenue. But they don't have to spend all their time and energy on just this one drug. They can focus on other promising projects in their pipeline. Like, remember BDTX 1335?
Right, BDTX 135. That's the one the analysts are pretty excited about. But we already talked about the upcoming trial results. So what else makes this drug so interesting?
This is where we have to look at the bigger picture of what Black Diamond is doing with their therapies. BDTX 135 is currently in those make-or-break pivotal trials. And the early results from the phase 2 studies are really encouraging, so it's looking good. And what's even more promising is that this positive outlook is totally separate from the Servier deal. So it shows that Black Diamond isn't a one-trick pony. They have multiple paths to success in the oncology space.
So for investors, it seems like there could be some serious upside here. And we've seen analyst price targets ranging from $9 all the way up to $20.
That kind of range is pretty common when we're talking about biotech companies. It reflects the potential for really big rewards, but also the inherent uncertainty that comes with the territory. And all that volatility we talked about, that actually creates opportunities because different investors have different comfort levels with risk and different time horizons. Someone who's looking for a quick return might be interested in jumping in and out based on news and trial data, while someone who's thinking long-term might be more interested in Black Diamond's overall strategy. It's all about targeting those specific genetic mutations that drive a lot of different cancers. They call them master key therapies. And that long-term revenue stream from the Servier collaboration is really attractive too.
Master key therapies. That's a pretty cool name. So it's not just about treating one specific type of cancer. They're going after something more fundamental.
Right. It's about being more precise. Instead of trying to treat a cancer based on where it is in the body, they're looking at the underlying genetic drivers that make it tick. And by targeting those drivers, they can potentially develop treatments that are effective against a whole range of cancers. BDTX 4933, the one Servier is now working on,
Yeah.
is a perfect example of that strategy.
So there's a lot of potential here, but I know we have to talk about the other side of the coin. What are the risks or things to watch out for with Black Diamond?
Well, first off, even though they're in a good financial spot right now, more cash than the debt, they're not actually profitable yet. Their EBITDA is negative. Now, this is pretty typical for biotech companies at this stage. They're pouring a lot of money into research and clinical trials, but it's definitely something to keep in mind. And the market volatility we talked about earlier is also a risk, especially with biotech companies that haven't actually gotten a product approved yet. Their stock prices can go up and down pretty dramatically based on things like how the clinical trials are going, what the FDA decides, and even just the overall mood of the market. So caution is key, especially if you're thinking short term. And of course, clinical trials are inherently unpredictable. Just because a drug shows promise in phase 2 doesn't mean it's a guaranteed success in the larger phase 3 trials.
Right. There are no guarantees in biotech. So let's turn to the technical analysis we have here. It shows those big price jumps we talked about, 35.67% and 16.81%. And it also highlights the volatility, which you said is normal in this sector.
Yes. And what's interesting from a technical perspective is the fact that we saw a big increase in trading volume right when those price jumps happened. That's usually a sign that there's a lot of conviction behind those price movements. It means it wasn't just a few random trades pushing the price up, but a lot of investors jumping in.
The analysis also mentions something called moving averages, the 50-day and 200-day. What are those all about?
Moving averages help you see the bigger picture, basically. Instead of getting lost in all the day-to-day ups and downs of the stock price, moving averages smooth things out and show you the underlying trend. The 50-day moving average gives you a sense of the short-term trend, and the 200-day moving average tells you more about the long-term trend. So if a stock price is consistently above its 50-day moving average, that's generally seen as a good sign, like the stock has some positive momentum. But if it's below its 200-day moving average, it might be a sign that things are trending down over the long term.
Got it. And what about this thing called the Relative Strength Index, or RSI? What does that tell us?
The RSI is all about momentum. It tries to tell you if a stock is overbought or oversold. Basically, it's a number that goes from 0 to 100. Anything over 70 is usually considered overbought, meaning the price has gone up too fast and might be due for a correction. And anything under 30 is usually considered oversold. Considering how much Black Diamond stock has jumped lately, it wouldn't be surprising if the RSI is up in that overbought territory.
So the technical analysis we have gives a hold or buy recommendation, which seems to match the positive outlook from the analysts, but it also stresses being cautious because of the volatility and the chance that the stock is overbought right now.
Right. It's important to remember that technical analysis is just one piece of the puzzle. It looks at past price and volume data to try to predict what might happen in the future, but it's not a crystal ball. The hold or buy recommendation probably reflects the good vibes around the Servier deal, but the warnings about volatility and being overbought remind us that there are always risks involved. This is not financial advice. Anyone thinking about investing in Black Diamond Therapeutics should really do their own research before making any decisions.
So if we look at everything we've talked about, it seems pretty clear that the Servier agreement was the big spark that ignited the recent stock price surge, and it probably played a big part in why H.C. Wainwright decided to raise their price target too. Black Diamond looks like a company with a lot of potential upside, especially with the boost from Servier and the progress they're making with their clinical trials. But like we've been saying, there are some definite risks that come with the territory, and investors need to be aware of those.
Yes, I think that sums it up well. The Servier partnership brought in a big chunk of money and gave Black Diamond some serious credibility. That, combined with the positive early data from BDTX 1535, definitely suggests that they could be a big player in the long run. But since they're not making a profit yet, and biotech stocks are known for being volatile, investors need to be ready for some ups and downs along the way.
All right. So to recap, we've taken a close look at Black Diamond Therapeutics. This new partnership with Servier seems like a major turning point for them, giving them a financial boost and validating their work. And BDTX 1535, their drug in clinical trials, is definitely something to keep an eye on, especially since the analysts are so optimistic about it.
And remember, all that volatility means this might not be the right investment for everyone. While there's potential for big gains, it's crucial to remember they're not in the black yet. The technical analysis gives us a snapshot of the current market sentiment, but it's just one piece of the puzzle.
So now the question is, how does all of this fit into your own investment strategy and your risk tolerance? Maybe you want to do some more digging into the clinical trial data or see how Servier has done with similar partnerships in the past.
Well, thanks for joining us as we explored all of this. We hope you found it useful. If you did, please subscribe, like, and comment. It helps us to keep bringing you these deep dives.
And we'll see you next time.
See you next time.